Hello, hello! Numa282 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Alan Wake Remastered Part 9, which I believe is going to be our finale. So this actually, I am recording this in the same night as our last video, but you may notice a bit of an outfit change. I did my best, using pieces in my closet, to put together an Alan Wake style outfit. Now, is this super accurate? Not at all. Do any of these things fit me anymore? Not at all as well. Am I wearing pants? No, I've got bright neon green basketball shorts on under this. Is this an actual, like, hoodie? No, this is my douchey, sleeveless hoodie. There's no tweed, and also this is ripped because, once again, this is from high school. But you know what? We're thriving. We're working with it because this is definitely a fit Alan would wear. We know he loves layers. I've got the blazer with the hoodie underneath, and then the third layer because it must have been freezing in Bright Falls, but whatever. We're into it. We're into it. I figured why not put something together for the finale, so here we are. Oh, I will not be wearing this when I play Alan Wake 2 though, because this is just so uncomfortable. But here we go.
Previously on Alan Wake, I wrote a horror story that has come true. Thomas Zane did the same in the 70s.
You will go no further.
If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story. No one will survive.
You knew Zane, Thomas Zane.
See, I'm wearing his outfit.
He left something behind to help
I still
me.
got the tweed.
The clicker.
Alan thought of this as he
Elbow
stood
pads.
on the rim of Cauldron Lake, the clicker in his hand. He took a deep breath and jumped.
I can get to her now.
I am wearing his outfit right now, minus the jeans, of course. Episode 6 departure. This is... I'm gonna look like a fool if this is not the finale. Okay, who the hell wakes up like that? Alright. Hungover? Did I have tennis shoes on? My bed? An animal? Jeans? And a jacket. We're back in the lake.
My head was about to explode and the light hurt my eyes.
Hungover.
I needed my sunglasses and painkillers to dull the pain. In one of my finer moments of self-deception, I swore to quit drinking. The sunglasses made the world look bearable. Now I could keep my eyes open without feeling like a vampire in the sun. I wasn't sure I'd make it out there without some painkillers.
Damn, this is a swanky apartment. I mean, I know he's, you know, basically like a Stephen King type author, so I know he's got the monies.
Fast. The prospect of being awake started to seem bearable again.
What magic pills do you have?
There was a message waiting for me on the machine.
Wait, hold on. Key? Super old key. I don't know what that key is supposed to be to. Is there any thermoses around here in your memories? We gotta check, guys. You know me. I don't not check for thermoses. I feel like there should be one in the cabinet. That just feels like an easy thing. Okay, fine. We'll listen to the message, I guess.
You have one new message. Ow! Are you still asleep? Wakey, wakey! You should have your show on your TiVo. If Alice wasn't too mad to record it. Yeah, she called me earlier and really chewed me out. Yeah, we went a little overboard last night. But parties are a part of this business. Al, look, I'm saying this as your friend. She's not doing your career any favors by trying to run your life.
Barry,
like
you
this,
do not sound
okay?
good right now.
I'll talk to you later, Al. Watch the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Harry Gallic Show.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We have a great show.
What a cool acting
I've been
gig this would
talking
have been.
with Best-selling author Alan Wake about his new book, The Sudden Stop. Yeah, good read. Go buy it. No, it is a good read. Look, I'm gonna be honest here.
God, he's hot.
No, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I got people who give me the lowdown on books.
When did I
This
shave?
But this one, I actually read from cover to cover. I mean, I'm a big fan. Wow, thanks. Now, this might be a spoiler for those who haven't read the book yet. Based on the sales figures, the 2 people out there who haven't read the book yet. But this last book is all about the death of the main character, the hard-boiled New York detective, Alex Casey. Now, there's been a lot of outrage about this. Why the hell did you kill Casey? What the hell were you thinking, man?
Good riddance. No, seriously though. 7 years and 6 books is a long time. He was a gloomy guy to spend all your working hours with, and it was a good run. But it's time to explore new things. My next book will be a departure from the old for me.
You selfish bastard, always thinking of yourself. Well, you've certainly given us a lot of entertainment over the years. And now that you mention it, Casey was a gloomy guy. Never had much luck with his love life with the lady. Was that autobiographical in any way?
Yeah, no kidding. Casey's lady friends tended to die on him. With Casey, it was all about his pain. No, nothing autobiographical about that. I'm a happily married man. My wife is my muse.
Okay,
Well,
good.
Congratulations.
At least he didn't say something like awful.
So, how's the publicity tour been treating you?
Good, great. But I gotta say, I'm glad to be back home in New York.
Well, you've certainly been on the news a lot lately. Lots of parties and, you got into a fight with some paparazzi.
Oh, man. Well, that guy was really in my face. I lost my temper. I know that wasn't cool.
You are famous for that temper.
Well, I did also write several books.
Well, your latest novel is called The Sudden Stop, and it's in bookstores now.
That was, I like the wrap up. That feels
Thanks
genuine.
to the 2 of you out there who have it funny. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for you tonight. I want to thank all our guests for the evening. Alan Wake, Sam Lake. Once more, do the face for his Sam. There we go. And our musical guest.
Wait, that was the mocap actor for
At least I'd been funny. I told myself I could.
Oh, what is that? Max Payne.
Did you watch the show?
I didn't say anything stupid if that's what you want to know.
Okay, Grumpy. You want an aspirin or something?
Are you gonna start with me about drinking now?
You know what? Go back to sleep.
She didn't say anything to you, man.
What? Now you can't even talk to me?
Well, this morning I was angry because you said you'd be home at midnight and you showed up at 7 a.m. and passed out in mid-sentence. Now I'm over it. Are you angry?
This goddamn tour. It's gotten out of hand.
Oh, honey. It's almost over, right? We can get back to normal. Then you can start writing again.
I'm sorry, honey.
Alan, you're not thinking straight. Just take a shower and go back to bed, huh?
Yeah, you're right, honey.
I mean, at least he
I'm sorry. Once this is over,
he
let's go
devolves
away together.
quickly.
A vacation. Just you and me. Some peace and quiet.
Just her and May? Who's May? That was stupid. I'm sorry, guys. That was a dumb joke. That was not my brightest moment, but it's fine. At least I'm pretty.
Somehow, the clicker was the key to the cabin. I had to return to Cauldron Lake to save Alice. I'm going back to the lake to finish this. I'm going to write an ending to the story in the manuscript on my own terms, to make it all right.
Why can't you just write it here?
The last page is still in the typewriter. I need to read it first. Everything needs to be just right. Zane tried to cut some corners, and it didn't end well.
Okay, ready when you are.
I'm sorry, Sarah, but I need to do this alone.
Okay.
Harry, take her gun.
I don't
Miss Weaver, close the door when I leave.
I don't think you needed to hold her at gunpoint, my guy. She wasn't like... That was unnecessary.
See you later.
Let's take the chopper out there.
When I got out, it was warm and sunny. I'd flicked the switch of the clicker. Had it done this? I didn't stop to question it. I had to take advantage of the sunlight to get to the lake. On Zane's page, I'd stood on the rim of Cauldron Lake, about to use the clicker. That's where I was headed.
I genuinely have no idea what to expect here. The way this game has been like wiped from my memory, I have zero ideas what kind of like, if there's a final boss battle, a final arena, like I do not know.
Alone, in daylight, surrounded by the beauty of the Pacific Northwest landscape, it was hard not to let doubt creep in one last time. I could still chalk everything up to a dream, a delusion. I had enough imagination to make up something like this, having been in the cabin all this time, trapped in a story inside my head, gone mad from grief over Alice's death like Hartman had claimed. There would be no way of knowing. I told myself it didn't really matter. My course was set.
Yeah, at this point, what do you have to lose, right? Even if that situation is true and Alice is dead, then you're going on an internal journey. Nah, it better not be getting dark. Alright. No thermoses, guys, don't worry. I'm keeping an eye out. See any over there. I'm not getting out though, like if I don't see him from the road. Okay, maybe I'll get out for this just because, like, you know. Now that, okay, it's all right. I don't think there's anything in there either. Do I have any weaponry? I do. Why do I keep...
The darkness had touched me. There was a link between us. Always would be. I could feel its presence again, getting closer.
No? Okay. Never? Damn, Barbara couldn't give her any clothes. There we go.
I will kill your wife.
You know, why did I... At least I kept my good flashlight, but I had, like, guns. I had guns on guns. Like, why would that be gone?
The dark presence was no longer trying to capture the writer so he could create the ending it wanted. The writer knew too much. He was too strong. And he carried a weapon left behind by Thomas Zane. Something that could hurt it. Now, the darkness was doing everything in its power to simply stop the writer from ever reaching Cauldron Lake and the dark place it came from.
Okay. Let's do it! Bitch.
Based on the signature in the motel register, Agent Nightingale had stayed here, in room number 2.
Thermos. This feels like an optional area. Yes. Is that a double barrel? God damn it, I hate the double barrel.
This had obviously been the room where Agent Nightingale had stayed when he hadn't been busy harassing me.
I wonder what turned him onto this case, though.
Look after yourself and your co-workers.
Could have fooled me.
Surprised I haven't had to fight Nightingale yet. Any of these other rooms open? Now to 3 and 4 and 5, so none of the other rooms are open. So I do still believe that this... I didn't have to go in there, but I'm happy I did. Oh. Come on, you could... Okay. Let's go! Wow! Wow! You know? Oh. Vehicles are not easy to control in this game. Ow! Run, 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 bitch! Well, that's never good. What the fuck is that? The devil? Satan? I don't like it. Ow. Ow! I just died. That was stupid. I'm upset about that. Better at least start me on the bridge. Okay. Here's the thing. You know what? You know. No. No, no, no. As annoying as it's gonna be, I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna end up doing at least. Okay. Let that reload. Yeah, that fridge would have taken me the fuck out. All right. Oh, it was not Satan. God God, that just blinded me in real life.
Nice to see you, too.
All right. It's fine, I'll just sideswipe you. Oh, okay, it's okay. Hey, guys. Well, I might have just blocked my way out. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna check up here, though, for... See, that felt like it was priming me for a jump scare. Maybe on the return trip. Maybe not. Oh, sorry. Maybe on the return trip. Let me not jinx myself already. Okay, I didn't like any of those noises, but we're going with it. Just kind of... There we go. Whew! Bitch. I don't love how big the driving is a part of this final section, since driving is arguably not even close to one of this game's strong suits. Damn, that's bright as hell. Yeah, I get why, but shit. Thank God. Please. Get a much better shotgun. Ammo and a... Ow! Ammo and a new shotgun does not bode well for me. Like, if I'm being realistic. Oh, good. Another dark tunnel, because that's what's needed here. Ew! Rude. Okay, okay. not fucking around anymore. Y'all pissing me off at this point. You're pissing me off! Oh, okay. It's alright, we got this. We got this!
The bottom of Cauldron Lake was a graveyard of things the lake had claimed in one way or another over the decades. The Dark Presence brought them up in its wake, scattering the rotten waterlogged hull of an old boat here, the remains of a long-ago crashed airplane there, trees shattered under the impacts. The earth groaned. It didn't even notice.
Spooky. I didn't like that, whatever the hell that was. Oh, good. Back to driving. Alright, I saw Cynthia's marker. This feels like a It was. I was right! Oh god, I was right to be afraid. Hold on. Eee! Thank you. We're gonna head back to this just for the quick fire of it all. But I do not have high hopes. Thermos. Have I been here before? It feels like we've been here before. What do we think? Should I use the shotgun or should I switch to the hunting rifle? I feel like the hunting rifle is going to dispatch them quicker. You know what? We're just going to do it. Less shots, but it'll also take less shots to kill them, in theory. We have definitely been in this building before. Seems to have recovered. I feel like I remember that staircase crumbling away beneath me. Get the hell out of here, man. Oh. God damn.
Zane cut its heart out, but it didn't die. The thing that wore Barbara's face kept crooning sweet nothings sugar-laced with poison. He put on the suit, untied the monster from the chair. The thing in his arms thrashed weakly, but he held fast. He stepped outside, off the pier, and into the dark water, a sinking pinprick of light descending toward a bottom that never came.
Spooky. So he sacrificed himself to take her out, basically. Okay. Good start to that ladder wake. You know, not to veer too close to the Fast and Furious franchise, but you could have named this something ridiculous like Alan's Sleep, the sequel, I mean. Damn it! Dude, this is not good. Ah! Okay, rude. You know what? I'm gonna have to fight some bitches. Let's find them in the truck. I was still moving during that? Fuck off. Well, wish the truck wasn't destroyed, personally. But it definitely was. I was saying, it's not the best idea, but I should be able to run under that. Ugh. Oh good, we're back to driving more. Biggest complaint I have about this finale is just how much driving I get why, because they do want you to re-experience basically the journey that you took from the cabin, I guess, or from this area. Because now we're at the mining village. That I'm assuming they're about to make me walk through.
When I told Barry my plan back in the well-lit room, I'd acted as if I knew what I was doing. I didn't. I was operating on the shifting logic of a dream. I had to fight my way to the lake through the horrors of the night. I had to flick an old battered light switch imbued with childhood magic. I had to write a happy ending to a horror story. I had to save my wife from the dark prison she was being held in.
I definitely saw people moving around out here, so I know I'm about to be jumped. You know what? We're gonna switch back. The game clearly thinks it's a better idea for me to have this.
I will never give her to you.
Damn. I don't...
Through the horrors of the night, I had to flick an old battered light switch imbued with childhood magic. I had to write a happy ending to a horror story. I had to save my wife from the dark prison she was being held in.
I don't truly know what I'm supposed to do here. Did I ever beat Alan Wake? There's no way I didn't. I had to have. Because I remember playing all the DLC. And obviously American Nightmare, it was an independent DLC, but like, it was still a DLC.
I will never give her to you.
Whoa! Fuck you guys. Rude. There's supplies over here. You know what? We're gonna take out the flare gun just because. Come on, let's push. Let's push it. More energy. More energy. More passion.
The dark place I found myself in was unlike anything I could ever have imagined. It wasn't solid. It flowed. It was conceptual and subjective. For someone else, an artist in another field, it would have been very different. I could sense the story of the manuscript all around me, the words and ideas floating in the air, poised to become real.
Okay, I'm having vacant memories maybe? Of like shining my flashlight on floating words. But I'm not sure how valid those memories are. Could just be me taking what he said literally. Okay. Am I supposed to hop down that death trap? Okay, clearly not. I'm supposed to go around it.
I could see Mirror Peak in the distance. That's where Cauldron Lake was.
I'm aware. We've been one way or another down this route before, Alan. God damn, if I could just run. Whee! Well, this is terrifyingly fun. Oh. say, you should probably hop out of that bitch. Not a cauldron, a checkpoint. Probably wouldn't be too bad to activate that, since I'm sure I'll be dying. Listen, I'm not bad at video games, I'm just not always great at video games. Alan Wake would release Whimper audio. Yup! Ah, there was a freaking cache there. Nope, nope, nope. Remember when I said I would die? Did I say it was going to be for a good reason? Absolutely not. But did I say it would happen? Yes. Thanks, girly. Really needed this. Cynthia really out here, you know? She heard me say that Alan Wake would definitely bust it open for some flares. And she was like, bet. Come on. Let's make that Whimper audio, Alan. Mr. Wake. And jump. Yes, thermos. The way I have ideas for the title of this video, but one part of me really wants me to just make the title Alan Wake Whimper audio question mark, because come on. I feel like if I saw somebody post that, I'd be like, fuck yeah, what's that? Let's watch that. Let's see what that's all about. Would I be disappointed it's not just Alan Wake whimpering for an hour and a half? Absolutely. Would I get over it? It depends on my mood. Huh. Bitch. You know what? That's what I do. I kill a guy, and then I call them a bitch. Yeah, I'm good on all that shit. Just not shotgun ammo. That is something I'm missing. Not missing, but I always would love to be able to, I'd always love to keep that maxed out. Yep, that's not gonna do it. And we're back to the classic bad guys jumping out from behind rocks Dealio, because we're back in the frickin' woods. I'd love to say I hope Alan Wake 2 doesn't have as many forest sections, but we all know that that's not going to be the case. But we know damn well it's gonna have a lot of forest sections! Ah! Start this bitch. Whoo! I do not do quick time events like that. Or like whatever, you know, you would call it, like one of those little in-game mini games like that. I never do those well under pressure. Ask anyone who has played Friday the 13th or Dead by Daylight with me. Miserable. That's gonna get up and attack me, right? Maybe not. Is that a building? Fun fact, least favorite enemies in the game. Like, I actually despise them. I don't know if they add... I don't know if I can say they don't add fear, because I do cry like a wee baby when they jump me. More? Bitch. Dude! Yeah, no, they're more annoying than anything. I think the scariest part about them is how much fucking damage they do. They're more annoying than anything, and I do stand by that. Fun. Oh, this must be what he was talking about in that manuscript page, about the boat. This thing's gonna attack me. The crashed plane. That's why we saw that propeller. Was that a boat propeller? Am I just crazy? Ah! Okay. You. I can't see anything. Oh. They interrupt the flow. That's what they do. All right, they interrupt the flow of it all. Oh my god. Ow! Okay. Sure. That was horrible. Didn't like that one bit. Oh, God, I've got to be getting closer to Cauldron Lake. Shit. Spent an hour just traveling.
I needed to get the generator running.
Okay. There it is. Fuck you guys! Damn it! Okay. That better have fucking given me a checkpoint after I jump-started that generator. No! Annoying. Oh, I don't like that. Yep, and I hear their fun little chainsaws. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. But I love it. I'm so focused. I'm just dead quiet right now. don't love that. Honestly, the quality of bulbs that are everywhere in this town are not great.
After Zane had gone, I stood alone in the shifting dream that was the dark place. I had to find a way to the cabin. I'd written myself a way through this place in the manuscript. I followed the idea of a path.
You know, with all the manuscript pages, I feel like they could have released a physical book. I wonder if they did. I should look into that. I know they did comics.
Flickered in the underwater darkness. I willed the cabin to be real, and it was.
All right. So we are willing shit into existence.
Turn back now.
Tell me what to do. Ow! No! Stop being a dick about everything, Barbara! Jesus, please give me a checkpoint. Well, that's just me. So am I seeing Alice fighting back? Well, thank you. Much appreciate the assist there. Ah! Ah! There's no way I'm doing all that. I feel like maybe I'm getting help from Zane. That one was all me. Could have used a real assist on that one, Zane. Oh, no. Stop jumping! Come here! Did I do it? Did I do it? I guess a non-traditional boss fight makes sense. That's probably not it, though. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't fucking remember on you. Homie, why? Why? And then again, why? What if I wasn't using the flare gun? And if you're wrong?
Hell.
And you just brought yourself to hell. Hope you're happy. Hope you're happy now, Mr. Wade.
Shh, baby. You were having a bad dream. It was just another nightmare.
No.
Everything's fine. You're home.
It wasn't a dream.
Everything's fine.
Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on!
Shh, baby. The power's out. There's no light. Come back to bed and I'll make you forget all about your fear of the dark.
My fear? It's your fear. Why aren't you afraid? You're not Alice. Turn the lights on now. Where's the clicker? What did you do with it?
Alan, you're scaring me now. Come back to bed. Have you taken your pills? Do you want me to call Dr. Hartman? I read your manuscript. It's brilliant. Departure is your best work yet. You're a genius. I'm so proud of you. Come back to bed. We'll talk more about it in the morning. Come back to bed, Alan.
Come back to bed, Tom.
No. I was right about the words. Kinda love that.
You must find your way to the cabin. It stands in your way. It won't let you pass.
Alright.
It has no heart. It's filled with darkness. You must fill its heart with light.
You know what? If she has a hole in her freaking body, I could just put the clicker in there.
Don't mind him. He's Mr. Scott. Your friends will meet him when you're gone.
What?
Use the clicker.
I don't like that. I don't trust that man. Mr. Scratch? I don't trust him. Wait, Mr. Scratch I think is the main antagonist of American Nightmare. Because he's like taking over Alan's life. Okay, path.
I'm leaving you.
What?
I'm leaving you, Alan. I met someone. I'm in love with someone else.
Alice? No, what are you saying? You can't.
You don't love me. How could you when you don't even love yourself? All you do is torture yourself with work you can't do anymore.
No, I love you more than anything in the world. You're my muse.
I'm not.
Who are you? What have you done with my Alice?
Alan? What are you doing? Put the light back on. What are you doing, Alan? Stop. Put the light back on.
It wasn't true. Nothing like that had ever happened.
You're not my Barbara.
Tom, let me go. I promise to be good. Please, untie me, you naughty boy.
Now you will never get her back.
Yep, just boop, click it.
I am much older than you.
Yeah, I can tell.
Older than your first work of art. I will find a new face to wear. Someone else to dream me free.
I could feel Alice's presence close by. I understood what I had to do now. I knew how to write the ending to Departure. There's light and there's darkness. Cause and effect. There's guilt and there's atonement. But the
I want to read this novel because, like, honestly, it's so
price.
meta.
That's where Zane had gone wrong.
It'd just be so good.
There's a long journey through the night back into the light.
Alice? Alice?
Okay, this is night. This is the first night.
Oh no!
What if I just missed and hit a rock? So I wonder if Alice remembers everything that was happening, because she was actively fighting against Barbara. Which, honestly, good for Alice. Did not like the physics on her hair. Because if she doesn't remember, she's gonna be like, where the fuck did the cabin go? She should. I'm assuming she's also touched by darkness at this point.
Alan? Alan?
I am so happy we're getting a follow-up to this game because, like, I'm gonna look into the DLC and I'm probably just gonna go over it after this is done, so we can talk about like who Mr. Scratch is and what all this means for the sequel. But like, you know. This, like, weirdly makes me want to play Life is Strange True Colors. Here's the Dare Fest. Oh, it's just bad rendering. I was like, shadow people? County Sheriff? Then a Lightkeeper. Nightingale's still alive?
It's not a lake. It's an ocean.
Alan, wake up.
The way I now vividly remember getting to the end of this game and thinking, what the fuck? Because as a kid who played this, what was I? How was I? When was I? Like, does Alan Wake Remastered not even come with the DLC? Like, I'm not gonna play the DLC. What happens if I... Let's just see what happens if I continue.
With work you can't do anymore.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it does have the signal and the writer on here. We're not going to play through those, just because, you know, like, stuff. But let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and pull up. So basically, it's Alan fighting through the dark place to kind of figure out everything. And so the Signal DLC ends with Alan saying, "There's no way out. I need to get out of here." So basically, Alan is absolutely Like, the signal is pointing to a structure in the... Yeah, so basically, Alan is trapped trying to get out, essentially, which makes sense. Then we have DLC number 2 is The Writer. The Writer is the 8th and final episode in the game. Alan Wake, the DLC. Blah, blah, blah. The episode continues from the previous episode with Alan Wake trying to reach the insane version of himself. Okay, let's see. It finds Wake in strange circumstances. Now fully aware of the thing that opposes him, he must survive one increasingly nightmarish situation after another. It's likely that the strange circumstances referring to the cabin in Cauldron Lake, where Alan was trapped. This is very likely due to the areas leading up to the cabin, blah, blah, blah. It's possible the location the writer will be set in is the Cauldron Lake Lodge, because at the end of the episode, the signal... Oh, okay. So the signal depicts that Alan is trapped within himself. Instead of fighting the darkness or his book, he is now fighting himself as his projections try to kill him with blah, blah, blah. The writer may have Alan try... Okay, this was speculation before the game, the DLC came out. Okay, so this one ends with him starting a new book. Basically deciding to create a sequel to Departure, naming the story Return. And that was basically where this one ended. So it's basically Alan is trying to get his way out. So Alan has to fight off his own insanity, essentially. Then we have... Let's look at American Nightmare. Wow. Yeah, so American Nightmare is not a part of the remaster. And a lot of people are wishing that it had. But I don't know. So it was a spin-off Nightmare plot. So what happens in American Nightmare? During a vacation in a small town, blah, 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 whatever. So, okay, Alan Wake's American Nightmare focuses on Mr. Scratch, a doppelganger of Alan created by the power of Cauldron Lake. During the events of the game, it is revealed that Mr. Scratch was created when false rumors spread of Alan following his disappearance. The power of the Dark Place turned this misinformation into reality in the form of Mr. Scratch, who thus represents a negative, purely evil version of Alan. Mr. Scratch serves an unknown entity from the Dark Place and seeks to use its power to plunge the Earth into darkness. Alan seeks to defeat Mr. Scratch in order to protect humanity, particularly his wife, Alice Wake. Like the Dark Presence, Mr. Scratch has the power to possess human beings and turn them into Taken, monstrosities which can only be killed when light is shown on them. Let's see... All right. Okay, so the basically Alan gets trapped in a time loop in this place. I'm not sure whether it is real or a figment of his imagination. Oh, there we go. Alan reappears. So basically, Alan repeats his actions 3 times. So you basically play through the same section 3 times, just slightly different. This time he's able to save Emma and get a complete message from the astronomer who was helping him. He sets the correct series of events in the projection room, which triggers the projector to show a film made by Alice. Mr. Scratch appears again, but discovers that Alan has successfully written the new reality and he is burned out of existence by the film. On the screen, Alan appears to reunite with Alice along a sunlit shoreline. However, the narrator challenges whether these events actually occurred or are merely a figment of Alan's imagination. Sorry, a figment of Alan's imagination. In the post-credit scene, Barry wakes up suddenly, believing he has heard Alan's voice. Okay, so American Nightmare canon? Oh, okay, so basically it is not an official sequel. It's canon as in... It's... canon basically as in he experienced it. But it is not... I feel like, because everyone is talking about how they're like, it was a mistake to make it canon because of the ending, but the whole idea is that this was most likely just happening in his head. This is continuing his fight against Mr. Scratch. So let's see, Alan Wake, Mr. Scratch alive? The true purpose of Mr. Scratch is unknown, but it is implied that he returned to the surface of Bright Falls while Alan Wake was writing the ending of To Departure at the bottom of Cauldron Lake. Let's see. Let's see. Alan Wake, Mr. Scratch, Thomas Zane. Why does Zane seems okay. So a lot of people do theorize that Thomas Zane wrote Alan into existence using his powers with the lake. But basically, Alan is still trapped in the dark place. He's still trapped within the lake, the confines of Cauldron Lake, all these years later. So that's not cool for him, but that is cool. That's a really cool thing that we're gonna have to deal with in the sequel that I'm very excited for. But yeah, no, I love this game. Obviously, this ending portion is going to get chopped up a bunch, but at the very end, because just me doing research. But yeah, I could not be more excited for Alan Wake 2. It comes out on the 26th, I believe. It's the 24th right now. So my goal is to get all of these uploaded before I release my first episode, which is I am going to do all of Alan Wake 2. And it's going to start with episode 1 or however they do it. And that first video will not only serve as the intro to the series, but it'll also serve as my first impressions review, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, so basically, I love this game. I'm so excited for the new game. And I could not be more ecstatic. But we did it, guys. We finished Alan Wake Remastered. I didn't play the DLCs, but whatever. I don't care that much about it. Thank you guys, though, so much for watching and joining me on this journey. I know it was not a very popular series on my channel. It definitely did not do what my more recent videos have been doing in terms of like the tier lists and the reviews. But either way, I loved it. I love doing it, and I'm excited to do Alan Wake 2. I really hope more people kind of turn in for that one, just because that is going to be a truly blind and first experience, although at times this one felt like it as well. But, you know, I can't say it enough. Thank you guys. For those of you that did watch, thank you so much for watching. If you like my content or you just want to support me, please subscribe, like, comment, do all those things, make the algorithm happy. And then, of course, feel free to check out my TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, which are all in the description below. And beneath that, you'll find a link invite to the Discord channel. So feel free to hop on in, join the 282. Let's talk about Alan Wake or anything. Let's talk about anything. I'm always down for new conversations. But thanks again for watching, everybody. And I'm going to see y'all in Alan Wake 2, aren't I? Bye! Oh, God, I love that game. Also, this outfit actually turned out okay. This was not bad. If I spruce this up a little bit, I could totally do like an Alan Wake costume for something.